Hello, everyone. It is Tuesday. Here we are for another episode of Mixing It Up. We're hanging out with our good friend Anthony Romello today. We're gonna be doing some
Anthony
Halloween
Romello.
candy, so buckle in. Hopefully, the links are working because Mallory Gates was letting us know that the links aren't working. They're going to 404, and honestly, I don't know. It might be the fact that the videos are having to be age restricted now. I get slammed for every fucking video at this point that YouTube's all like telling me that I have to age restrict my videos from here on out. And I'd rather do that before starting to get strikes and I can't do lives and stuff like that. So it's very
Yeah,
compromise.
then
And
this show would kind of suck, but we could still do it. I guess it just have to be like pre-recorded,
yeah, but
which
I mean,
it's not as much fun.
audience interaction is half the fun, honestly. So,
And
I
I
mean,
don't do any shows that aren't age restricted. So
yeah.
That is very true. That is
I mean, we were
very
talking
true.
about the games you guys play on your show, so, you know.
yeah, they definitely need to be age. I couldn't have been happier one time when I was watching an old episode and the warning comes up, like this may be inappropriate. I'm like, I am so proud. I finally
uh
made it.
I need to add one of those. This may be inappropriate with cussing, burps, and talk of things. Oh, man. All right, let's get on it. Anthony, since I haven't talked to you in a minute, what have you been mixing, man? Anything fun?
Well, recently over the last couple of weeks, I haven't been mixing anything because
Mm-hmm.
I recently took a kind of a temporary job with a company, may become permanent, who knows. So I have actually kind of moved out to Wisconsin, and I am working with a new company called Rogue Apothecary, who do everything in the hemp industry. So they grow, they manufacture, they ship, they sell, they do it all. And it's a kind of a family run business. The guy that owns it, he quit a really nice job working in the oil companies because he believed in the product and sold his house, packed up the family, and this is what they do full time. And their dedication to it is just something I've never seen before. So I'm really happy to be, kind of doing that.
Mm.
The things that I have been mixing lately have been there is I guess we could call it like a grape soda flavor, but it's got pink lemonade in it to make this mix that I really like. So it's called Purple Nurple. But for some reason, I really like that particular mix. And then I've got one that we'll be doing tonight. So I'll tell you guys about that one later on. So, but yeah, that's what's been going on with me. Sifu, what have you been mixing up?
We were talking about this before the show. I had like last week off, coming into my new job, and I did nothing. Like I just did nothing. I watched anime and sat on my ass, scratched my nuts, and just did basically nothing. So, um, I did rearrange some things and change some coils and stuff like that, but made my wife a bottle of liquid, and I had a few orders, sprinkled in and here and there. But that's really all I did. So I didn't make anything new. I didn't want to, the whole week, I just didn't want to. I did no brain things. I didn't even work on my Python code. I didn't do any mixing. I didn't do anything. So I just checked out, just, you know, just did some self care and just cleared my brain. And now I feel great. And the ideas are starting to flow. Um, yeah, so I didn't create anything, do anything other than fill orders. I'm trying to look. I do have some updates that Nanaimo shake that I did a couple of weeks ago is awesome. Like I'm gonna make some more of that and continue to bake that. And it's weird for me because I've never lasted long with any type of chocolate mix. The almond mix from the week I've been testing that too. That stayed in. I actually set up a whole nother thing because I just kept it in that barrage thing that I had. That worked out really well too. So I'm enjoying both of those mixes. So I do have ideas for that, and yeah, that's really all I've done. I haven't done much of anything. So, but the wheels are turning, and I'm like in full brain juice mode, and things are ready to roll. Like I have an idea for a spinoff for the mix that I'm making tonight, and a way to develop the Nanaimo shake, and another idea for this almond. So some things are moving. Well, I will say that I'm going to add the Poor Kids Discord to the menu. It's getting some attention, and people are asking for it. So instead of a fall flavor like pumpkin, like I said I was going to do, yeah, fuck that. I'm gonna do a strawberry. So a strawberry champagne. So I'm going to do a
Yay,
strawberry.
no
It's like
fucker.
So there
super
you
fall.
go.
I like that.
Yep.
It's folly.
Yep. So that's all there is to it. And yeah, so the concentrates that come in, I got some exciting stuff in actually. So I talked about this blueberry Mountain Dew from Fogger. Absolutely delightful flavor. And I got some citrus punches in and some Mountain Dew flavors. And I'm ready to get going on that too. So that gonna happen. That gonna happen. So the goal is to kind of balance my menu out a little bit, add some more just straight fruit flavors. So with this mix tonight and the Mountain Dew stuff, I'm heading in that direction. So that's it for me. How about you, Overdrip? Have you done anything awesome this week?
Oh, actually, I haven't really done a lot of mixing, to be completely honest with you, but I did mix up a boysenberry raspberry pudding. And I'll tell you what, it's got some fucking potential, boys.
Yeah, buddy.
'Cause I vaped 30 mils of it. I was like, this is fire. So then I made like a V2 and I made a 60 and then I destroyed it. And this has actually all been in the last week. So I made a third version, even though like I realistically probably should have waited a little bit longer, but I made a third version because I was like more tweaking, not necessarily the pudding part, but I was tweaking like the boysenberry and raspberry part, which I felt like it was probably where it was going to be when I was done. So I made a third version of it. I'm actually going to let this one steep for like 2 weeks before I try it, just because I feel like that's probably the right thing to do. So I'm excited about that. Aside from that, I haven't really done a lot of mixing. I've been doing some thinking. I've been doing some tweaking on a few other recipes that like I've been working on like over time. Just taking down my notes. If I learned one thing from Sir Labworks is that notes are key.
Mm-hmm.
So I've really tried to like nail down my notes and like be consistent with the way that I take notes instead of just kind of just jotting shit down and not really making sense of it. I've tried to like really put it all together, and like as I go along, every version I'll like take notes from that version and then I kind of like put them together on the latest one. So it's like in version 1, you had it like this was there and you felt that you had too much of this, whatever. So like I've gotten better at doing all that stuff. So that's been kind of key to what I've been doing lately. I've been enjoying how this sounds like sort of conceited, but like I've been enjoying like how much better I've got, and I've been enjoying how accomplished I'm becoming, if that makes sense. Like it sounds very conceited, but like I really want everyone to know that it's coming from like a really doubt place in my brain where like normally I would not ever feel this way. So like I feel like I'm growing as a person and as a mixer all at the same time. So it's been really good. I just been having a really good time. I always have a good time mixing, but I've been having a really good time lately and enjoying the fruits of my labor a little bit more than I have in the past. So that's everything for me. It's a clown. How about you?
Same here. I mean, I've been testing stuff, just tearing through liquids. I mean, this is one of the ones I'm testing at the moment. And just trying to get my notes down, seeing what I need to change. Some of them I've already done like edits and stuff and redone a couple bottles. There's one that I feel is pretty much like finalized, and might be adding that to the list. And I just gotta basically go through the current list and get rid of some stuff because there's some things that either I don't care to do anymore or haven't cared to do in a very, very long time. And Then other things I'm just gonna like rearrange things, and that's part of where I've been at like the last 2 months, I think, honestly. And I've been just trying to work through the current recipes and the new recipes. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm kind of like with Chris on trying to just get some edits done and stuff. And like I want to keep the list at a hard 10, just because if I go beyond that, it just becomes overwhelming trying to keep track of everything. And even then, I feel, I don't know. I've tried liquids for mixers that do way too much, and not to tear into them, but I do feel like they become a little lacking after a bit, just because they all start either tasting the same or there's just not much of a difference. I don't know. I feel like I'm being very harsh and critical, but at the same time, it's just once you get like a list where you're up to like 200 flavors as one person, I mean, I feel you burn yourself out on creativity. You burn yourself out on how many flavors you can actually use. I mean, shit, I know I have a massive list and we've all gotten these massive lists of flavorings, but we all got our go-tos. We all know there are some flavors that you fucking avoid like the plague. I mean, there was one mix we did, what, like 2 months ago or something, and I added something in there, and even Chris told me at the beginning, you're going to hate it. That flavor went straight in the bin right after I tried it, I hated it, I had to redo the whole thing, and that flavoring just went straight in the trash. I just was like, no, we're not doing this shit. Fuck that. So, I mean,
well, the nice thing is, anytime somebody orders one of your flavors now, and they'll say, "Well, how good is it?" You can always just say, "Well, it's in my top 10."
Pretty much. And I mean, that's the truth of it, because, like I said, I don't want to go beyond that. And it's kind of like we've discussed in other episodes. I'm going with shit I like. If it's not your thing, that's cool. If you don't like it, I mean, there's one of the fruit mixes I do. I sent some out to Logan. And Logan gave me an honest review. He's like, it tastes good. It's a little dry. And he's all like, I don't know how to explain it beyond that. I was like, kind of like a wine. He's like, yeah, pretty much. And that part kind of throws it off for me. And it's not sweet enough. And he's like, it's good. It's just not for me. And to me, I was like, okay. I mean, I'm not going to get my feelings hurt over that. Again, all this is subjective and everybody does what they want. And everybody vapes what they can and want. Because, I mean, that's the end goal of this, is finding something that works for you. All right, enough sanctimonious BS and shit. Let's do some self promotion for Mr. Ramella here. He did do the awesome thumbnail for us, so if you guys have seen it, I know Herb earlier, he commented on it. He said he was loving it. And yeah, we gotta thank Anthony for that. And I honestly was like, I wonder if he's gonna do a thumbnail, because I don't want to really do one today. And before I could even ask him, he already had sent me the email. I was like, awesome. But here, if you guys want to see any more of his work, here you go.
I was like, I didn't even comment. I didn't want to add to like the barrage of.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, so we are back. That is Shake and Bake Media. If you guys are looking for any media stuff, graphics, labels, anything like that, hit up that guy down there. Where is he? He's on this downside of me over here. But yeah, hit him up and they'll get you set up right. I mean, he's done the intros for us. He's done thumbnails from time to time. What you've worked with UK Cloud Cartel and all his shenanigans.
Yeah.
You even did the Codename Wired stuff for us and Weekend Bullshit. You even did some stuff for the Across the Pond, right?
Yeah, I did the intro for Across the Pond. I've done 2 different ones for Poon Sauce.
Mm-hmm.
What's in the News one and his beer one are both the ones that I've done. it's so nice that, like you were talking earlier, Chris, like you're getting really affluent in your mixes because things you've learned, you've held on to. So,
Mm-hmm.
that this much of this is going to get you this flavor. And that's kind of how I feel about this whole media thing. It's like, you put your artistic stuff out there and now it's going to be judged. How good is it? You don't know. And the response has been kind of overwhelmingly great. So, there's a little bit of pride there. It really is, because this is not something that I didn't go to college for this. I'm not trained in this. Like, this is school of hard knocks. And so, I enjoy it, and I'm glad that you guys do too.
I don't know. I'll say this much, just from watching the world and shit. I know I'm still kind of youngish, but I don't know. Some of the best things have come from self-taught people, not assholes that went to school for things. In all reality, not trying to be
because
mean,
they become gatekeepers.
Yeah.
No one likes a gatekeeper.
no.
Well, I think that it just depends on what it is too, right? Like a lot of people don't get the opportunities because they don't have the schooling. That's the kind of bullshit thing about the world.
Yeah.
And when you can do things for people and learn on the fly, it doesn't mean that you can't get that fantastic job. You know what I mean? Doing something like that. Like there's nothing to say that Anthony can go work for a company and just be the head of marketing, and it's maybe not going to be some Fortune 500 company, but he's definitely not green behind the ears when it comes to this stuff, because like you said, you see the stuff that he's produced. Like Corey's beginning, I fucking love it for what's happening.
Yeah.
I just love it. Some of the parts I think is because I love some of the clips that he chose, but like it's just really, it's like well done.
Yeah, he hit me up to make his logo, and then asked if we could do an intro, since we did one for the news. And and honestly, that was like one of the first videos I ever made, because my business partner's back was out, and it was like he had been waiting, and I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna get on here and figure this out and make something. And yeah, that one turned out really good. So yeah, it's just kind of been downhill from there.
Awesome stuff.
Right on.
We'll say Additunium jelly, man. He got the 30 betas from Wonder Flavors, and that's what we were talking on the little break there. Wonder Flavors, 30 betas. Holy crap!
I can't be in any show without Vandal trying to steal the spotlight in the chat. It's just the way it is.
The way it works.
Hey, he's promoting
He
you
said I
over
could be
there.
a marketing manager of a Fortune 420 company, maybe. Not quite to 500, but 420.
He knocked you down 80 points.
Yes.
All right, we'll see if I make anything for our show this week.
Oh man. All right, Sifu, you said you got a mix going on. What you got?
Yes. I am doing a pink starburst. So yeah, I've been wanting, this has been in my head for a minute, and I was kind of waiting for a candy episode to get this done. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing. Just straight up pink starburst. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my old trick of 1-to-1 marshmallow and meringue at 1% each. I'm going to use the Red Touch, strawberry Red Touch from Flavor Art at 3%, a little super sweet at 0.5%, and I'm going to go with the sweet candy from Compella at 1%, and the watermelon candy extra sour from Wonder Flavors at 1.5%. So I'm hoping that it's a little tart, kind of a little creamy, because kind of like a pink starburst has a little, it's not quite of a straight hard candy type of flavor. It's so I didn't want to go into the thought of using the cotton candy jelly bean really crossed my mind for this one, but I didn't want it to go into like a jelly bean. I want it to stay like kind of a soft candy. So I'm hopefully that comes out. Super simple mix with some concentrates that I'm real familiar with. This is, I think, the first time I used the watermelon candy. And also, I think I used sweet candy was more as a backer for something. So I'm kind of hoping that this all works together. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Super simple. And I hope it's good and tart and creamy. So there it is, pink starburst. So I'm calling it Pink Burst. I couldn't come up with anything today. So just Pink Burst.
It's pink on the inside.
Yeah. All right. How about you, Overdrip?
Yep. No, sorry, I was just writing this down. I have to write it on this thing here, like 10 minutes before I touch it, because otherwise it smudges like crazy. And I have so many of these fucking labels that I'm not gonna like throw them away and and you buy other labels that don't do it. So I just have to work around that a little bit. All right. Excuse me. All right, so this is what I'm gonna make. I just published this. I actually published it at first with just like not the name I want, so I changed it and now it's a new name. And hopefully this is episode 15, because that's what I wrote down.
Yes.
Is it?
It's 15.
Yes. All right, season 2, episode 15. All right. So mine is called Canadian Campino. And I don't know if you guys have those Campino candies in America. I don't know if they're American. I don't even know if they're Canadian. Honestly, at this point now, like I don't even know what's what. I just know that I can get them. So up here, there's like these like Campino candies, and they're basically like you can get them in an orange and cream, a raspberry and cream, and a strawberry and cream.
Oh yes, I know those.
And they're like
Yeah.
kind of like those pinwheel peppermint looking things,
Yes.
but they have the different colors.
Yes.
So
Sounds
I'm going off of that, and I'm gonna make a blueberry maple cream candy.
Nice.
So I decided that my cream component was going to be Bavarian cream SC from Wonder Flavors at 1%, and cream milky undertone from One on One, just to like boost it. I don't really want it to be milky, but I just kind of want it to be like a nice smooth dairy note. So I'm putting it at 1% from One on One. I am putting in, for my blueberry is blueberry from Mullenberry at 0.5%, because it's really weird, right? So I find that sometimes ELR will go way over the top, and then other times I find that like the average mixing median is like, or median is like really low.
Mm-hmm.
So for the blueberry from Mullenberry, like the suggested median is 3.5%, which I think is fucking crazy, in my opinion. So I'm using it at 0.5%, because I find that even at low percent, it's still really there. And I also don't want it to be like just over the top blueberry. I want it to be like a maple cream blueberry candy. So I'm using it at 0.5%. And then I'm using maple syrup candy SE from Wonder Flavors at 1.5%. I'm using brown sugar from TPA at 1%, just to add in with that maple syrup candy. And then I'm using super sweet at 0.5%, because candies are sweet. I think that there's a bit of a risk here, because I don't know if I really need that much, but you don't know unless you try. So that's everything. That's the total. I'm at a total of 5.5%. It's a real cost saver recipe. So Anthony, I'm assuming that tonight you're mixing on the show.
Sure, let's assume that.
All
the
right,
flavor that I'm gonna make
Eat away,
tonight,
bro.
I mixed. I unfortunately I didn't bring all my stuff with me to Wisconsin to mix, so that's kind of where I'm stuck with this. And but I didn't cheat. I just threw this recipe together tonight because I know how Chris feels about not about getting stuff ready ahead of time. And if you believe that, I'll tell you another story. Anyway, the mix that I'm doing tonight is for sub-ohm tanks only. Let me repeat. Because my flavors are a lot heavier than these guys, but they drip, and it does make a difference. So the name of this flavor is called Sweet Tang, and it is a tangerine cream candy, basically, flavor. So I use sweet tangerine from Capella at 5%, vanilla milkshake from Nicotine River at 4%, a sweet cream from Capella at 2%, Candy Enhancer from Capella at 2%, Marshmallow from Flavor Art at 2%, and then 2% of Super Sweet from Capella. So that's the mix that I'm doing tonight.
Man, you put some bangers in there, man.
Nice.
That sweet cream from Capella is tasty.
I'm a huge fan of this tangerine. Like I've always tried to find an orange flavor, and for me, that just hits it perfectly.
You know what? Like, okay, so this is gonna sound really dumb coming from somebody that like never mixed fruit mixes. So just take that for what it's worth. But I think that Royal Orange from Flavor Art is fucking super good.
It is.
I think it tastes really good. And I actually find that sweet tangerine tastes good too, but I have to use it at like 0.5%. Otherwise, for me, it's just way too much.
Yeah.
So the fact that you're going at 5%, like,
Well, I mean, that's he's got
kudos, bro.
He's got 6% of bakery in there, of cream in there.
Yeah, it's a really creamy mix. I mean, it really kind of it mimics like a push up is kind of the flavor profile that you get from it. So that kind of partially melted, syrupy, sweet push up.
So like this shit that doesn't even really fall apart when it melts.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So that
like
looks
you
like
feel the paper off the
like
top.
the Flintstone
lick it.
pops.
Like
Yes.
Looking at that, it looks to me like one of those orange cream candies. Who made those?
Like Werther's or something like that. But...
no, it was somebody, but it's got the same shape and texture as a Werther's, but it's orange
Yeah.
cream. Those are delicious.
Yeah.
I forget who makes
Campino might actually make one.
Hmm.
I'm trying to remember. There's like multiple flavors. I named 3, but I know that there could possibly be more. Once again, like I said, I don't even know where they like are originally from. But if any, I'll just say this as a suggestion. Unless you're gonna mix Anthony's for a sub-ohm tank, I would quarter whenever, like every single thing, like 1/4, and then go from there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because then you're getting down to like 1.25% sweet tangerine. You're getting down to 1%. 0.5% of the sweet cream. Like that to me would, and I'm not even down talking Anthony. This is literally just me suggesting. If what Anthony is describing sounds good, maybe just like even 1/3, just lower it down a little bit. That's all. Like you could probably put all that into ELR. And then just say that you want to mix it at like 7.5%. Because it'll do that, right? Instead of like the close to 20% that he's at.
Yeah, I think it's like 17 or something like that. Yeah.
But I like the way you've made it, though. I do like the way that you've made it.
When you said 5.5%, I was like, well, I'm only going to triple that tonight, so that's great.
Well, I'm using a couple like Wander flavors and like the Mullenberry. Like I said, I mix it really low. I find that it's just like too much. Some of their other ones, like their pink raspberry, you can get it up to like 2.5%, in my opinion. But the blueberry starts to just fucking go crazy if you actually mix. I remember the first time I mixed it, I went off the suggestion and like I was trying to make a blueberry watermelon and I could barely even taste any watermelon. All I tasted was blueberry. So I was like, okay, I need to like just pull back a little bit. And I guess that's just what everybody kind of goes through, right? Like when you can go off the suggestions on ELR, but all it is like every recipe that's ever been created. So there could be someone that put like 20% of one flavor and it was a single flavor e-liquid, but they put 20%. Well, that's going to affect the median.
Right.
So you need a whole lot of people to put it in at like 0.25%, 0.5% to get it down to even 3.5 or whatever it happens to be.
Yeah, no, I totally get what you're
right.
saying. Yeah. All right, Clown. Well, you're last up, man. What you mixing up tonight?
All right, I named mine Super Sour. We're starting off with some apple tart Granny Smith from TFA, which we'll see how that goes because I haven't used this one for fucking ever, and it's a very strong one. Even though all the notes are like, yeah, it'll overpower your whole mix if you don't watch it. And I'm like, okay, we'll see how this goes. Then some green apple from Flavora at 0.5%, lemonade from Wonder Flavor at 1.25%, sour ball candy at 0.75%, and we got some super sweet at 0.25. And for some reason, I just wanted to do this with sweet and sour rhubarb at 0.75%, totaling at 4.5. So we shall see how this goes, because I don't know, kind of just did this.
I had
more
a
or less
feeling
on the
that
fly.
somebody was going to mix apple tonight for some reason. I just thought
'Cause
somebody was going to do
Apple,
that. So
Apple, man, Apple's a thing.
Clown is the Apple man.
I like Apple.
yeah, no, I have apple mixes at home. I just I don't do them as often, but it's always good when you get a good one. It's a nice palate cleanser for me.
I've been trying to chase a good like caramel apple.
I chased that for a while and just gave up.
Yeah, trust
Dude,
me, it's
okay,
been a minute.
So like secret time, but I might actually have something like that coming out in like the next couple months.
Cool.
Yeah.
You are good at the caramels.
I wonder if I'll have any custard in it.
Well, I mean, there could be possibly. It might be like in the over drip line, possibly. Not
okay.
entirely sure.
I mean, that sounds amazing.
And if anybody knows, like testing grounds, like over drip kind of are custards, you know. But whatever.
It's a thing. It's gonna happen.
I don't want to say too much here.
It's classified. It's above your pay grade.
So I've been vaping on mine for a minute now. I didn't have many flavorings in it, and off the knuckle, it tastes exactly like a pink Starburst. Exactly.
Yeah,
So-
sure, totally. Do you have a pink Starburst beside you to eat it and then vape it?
I had some today, like for reference.
Really?
Yeah, today. Yeah. So I had actually stopped and got a pack of Starburst because it was in my mind. So it's but it doesn't vape this way. So there's the hang up. Like, so off the knuckle.
Oh, so like the knuckle tastes just like it, but the vape is
exactly like it. But the vape, it tastes like just strawberry cream. So there's no the sourness is gone from the vape.
Yeah.
And the candiness is not in the vape. So I'm just getting unsteeped strawberry and unsteeped creams right now from the vape.
Don't you need a little wax concentrate for that to actually taste right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you need like carnauba concentrate.
Yeah. But
The
like
Starbursts are a little waxy. They got that
Yes.
kind of,
Yes.
little wrapper taste to it.
Well, that's what I was hoping to get with the marshmallow meringue and the sweet candy. And off the knuckle, it tastes exactly like a pink Starburst. Like, I was worried that it might have been too much watermelon, but really all I'm getting is a heightened strawberry with like a sour note. So like a sour strawberry. And so all of that stuff is all working off of the knuckle. Like it's uncanny. Like it's crazy, but the vape is a little disappointing. So I'm hoping that it steeps out, and the sour might come out in the vape more after a little steep, and then the candy stuff kind of comes up too. I haven't done any research on the steep times of the sweet candy, or if there is, and words.
They'll get it.
If there is a steep time, even if there is one. So it might take boosting those flavors, but then I'm worried that I start getting watermelon and it starts becoming like a tiger's blood or something. So so that's an interesting parallel that we go through, right? It's like you knuckle something and you go, I don't know, and then you vape and you're like, and then you have the other times like what I'm going through now when you knuckle it, it's like, yes, yeah, and then you vape and you go,
I think that's probably what Clown went through when I gave him the flavors to try when I saw him in town.
Okay, your flavors were good, but it's like swimming in sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, especially one of them, I think it had like maple in it. And I seriously, I had like this like weird imagery going of me trying to like swim through like syrup and shit. And I'm like, I can't get the fuck out of here. It was good, but damn.
Yeah. I like that sweet, baby.
Uh-huh. Yep. Okay, so got a couple puffs off of mine. Y'all remember Now and Later candies?
yes.
Yeah,
Love
straight
now
up
later.
now and later. The apple.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Now I want some. I'm even looking them up, see if anybody sells them. They come in bags now.
Yeah. They come in the little. They don't come in packs. They come in bags with just the
Uh-huh.
squares.
Yeah, they come in bags now. I remember when they came in this big, long,
Yeah.
cube-looking thing.
Yeah.
God, junior high was fun.
Yeah, they call those share bags, but I'm not sharing that shit
Yeah.
with anybody.
They even got
Like
extreme
I like the
sour now.
M&Ms that come in share bags. I'm like, you can go get your own to share.
Yeah. Give me the green and give me the banana. I want those. Give me that.
Maybe it's just like a share the word. Like you're like, yo, these are really
You
good.
should get some.
It is I'm supposed to share.
Or share a picture of me eating them on Instagram. Like that's the share.
Yeah, that would work. That would work.
For sure. But yeah, I'm liking it.
Also, I'm gonna have to mix that one because I do like those apple now-and-laters. That's good stuff.
Yeah, well, I just mixed up 500 mils of this, and I let it steep, and I think it's really good. Like this is just fits all the things that I really like about it. Not only has it got a really pungent fruit flavor, that vanilla milkshake from River Supply is by far my favorite. And I know that sounds crazy because it's just like a bargain basement brand, but for some reason it works with my taste buds like perfectly. So I use that in quite a few mixes. I have a watermelon milkshake that I use it with that I think is really good. And you wouldn't think like watermelon and milkshake would go together, but for some reason it is delicious. Actually, my business partner, because I'm away from him now because he's still in Ohio. So he's like, hey, you got to mix me up some stuff before you go. And that was definitely one of the flavors that he was like, make some of that. So I made him like 1,000 mils of liquid before I left to keep him occupied for a while. But he loves that peanut butter caramel maple.
Yeah.
He vapes that. I bet he has vaped 1,000 mils of that at least, probably more than that. And he always asks for the same thing. I'm like, dude, I can make other stuff. He's like, that is so good. I that's what I want. So, and honestly, it's not really my favorite. Like, I'm not a bakery guy. So, I mean, it's more of like a treat. Like, recently I found a bottle of that Shamrock cookie from Sad Boy. And it's a delicious flavor, but it's not something I would vape all day. But it is one of those nice things to every once in a while just have that minty and the chocolate. And I like theirs. Not everybody likes their cookie flavor, but I really do. So.
A lot of people like that. What is it? The butter cookie, is it? But it's like
they use the same cookie.
lemon butter
Lemon cookie.
Yeah, but he swears that there's no lemon in it, but I guarantee you there's. Who was telling that story?
The lemon cookie?
No, the sugar cookie one.
Like butter cookie.
No, the
butter cookie. But it's very lemony.
They also make a pumpkin cookie, and I'm not a pumpkin guy at all, but that flavor is actually decent.
Okay. Nice. Let me see. We got like 20 minutes left. Did you still want to try to play that game you wanted to play?
Yeah. I took some time. As some of you guys know, I'm actually on the Friday Fallout, and so I do a lot of production for them and make up games and all kinds of stuff. So I thought it'd be fun since it's a pre-Halloween episode for us to do something that's a little bit more fun. I was actually waiting on Chris to see if he was going to get to vape his before we rolled into that, but we can do this.
Yeah.
So I decided to do one of the games that we've done on the Friday Fallout before, but it's one of the let's say family-friendly games. Not all of our games are family-friendly. So this one, this is going to be a play on Jeopardy, except since we're on, mixing it up, I thought we'd call it Juice Party, which is as close to Jeopardy as I could get. So what I did was I set up a board with 4 categories on it, and we're going to test your guys' knowledge on some facts. So I thought this would be fun. And the winner of this game gets a big bunch of bragging rights.
Yay! That's my favorite.
And we do always encourage the chat to chime in. So if one of the contestants here can't get the answer, by all means, try and help them out. Now, this works a little different in Jeopardy. So what I'll basically do is start with one of you guys, and you get to pick a category, and you'll have the first opportunity to answer. And then if you can't get it, then it'll move around the panel as we see fit. I am a stickler for one rule, and that is your answer must be in the form of a question, because this is, the Jeopardy style. We play this with Chris, and he gets all excited and jittery, and he shouts the answer out, and he doesn't put it in the form of a question, so he loses. So that's just how.
You're surprised that Vandal shouts out? Come on.
Yeah, he lost one bad the other night because he just like, Incredible Hulk, and I'm like, sorry, that's not in the form of a question. Ah! So anyway,
And he fucking went Incredible Hulk.
Yeah. So Sifu, we'll start with you. Categories are Mixing It Up, Canada, Marvel movies, and famous monsters, and you can choose for 400 or 800.
Well, I was going to go with Marvel movies for 400 there, Anthony.
Marvel movies for 400. This is the actor who voices.
Who is James
Ultron.
Spader?
Who is James Spader is correct. Starting off with a bang.
I'm gonna show you.
Yeah, I would have fucked that one up completely.
I would not have done that.
Yeah, I never cared for Ultron, honestly.
I don't even know who Ultron is.
There we go.
Fair
enough.
enough.
You should probably get some of the Canada questions right, Chris. So we'll wait on you for that. All right. Well, so that one's done. I didn't set up a board with X's on it or take them off because that just takes way too much time. So we're just gonna have to remember. But anyway, Sifu, you are still up, so you can choose the next category.
Marvel movies for 800, Anthony.
Marvel movies for 800. All right. The city and state where Tony Stark's house is located in the Iron Man movies.
Where is New York? New York.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. So we will move on to Clown.
What is New Jersey?
Sorry, that is also incorrect. We will move on to Overdrip.
What is New York, New York?
Unfortunately, that is not correct either.
I only said that because Sifu said where is, so I thought that maybe you were a stickler on that. And
No. As long as it's in the form of a question, I'm not that stickler about it.
Because honestly,
anybody in chat had an answer for that? My chat keeps disconnecting for some reason, so I don't know what's going on with that.
It's upstate. Yeah. It's upstate, isn't it? No, they moved to upstate. The house that was blown up.
His house is located in Malibu, California.
It was in California? See, I thought it was in the East Coast.
He gives the address in Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
That's right.
See, Mallory said Santa Monica.
Yeah, because doesn't he drive from L.A. all the way to D.C. for that hearing in part 2?
He does. Yeah.
I've never even seen the original Iron Man.
It's been a minute.
Well, they said the address. He said the address to the not to the Mandalorian, to the
Mandalorian.
It was the Mandarin. Now I remember the scene and I can see the house, but I thought
I could see the house.
Are up.
Yeah. All right.
So you can choose the category and a dollar amount.
Famous monsters for 400.
Famous monsters for 400. This high flyer caused desolation for the people of Lake Town.
Fuck. I don't know. Can I call in my ringer?
This is not Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Yeah, my lifeline.
Yeah, my lifeline.
I was kind of hoping that would help you out.
Yeah. Shit. Let's see. We got Santa Monica finally. Let's see. Shit. See, I thought you were gonna go like classic horror, not.
Yeah, you did,
current.
didn't you?
Yeah. You did. Yeah, I'm fucked on this one.
This is the fun I have is frustrating people. So
what is Sharknado?
What is Sharknado is incorrect. Mr. Overdrip, do you have a question for this?
Okay, so I have an initial question. Can I see? Okay, so hold on. What was the category again?
Famous monsters.
Movie monsters.
Yeah.
Movie monsters. I'm just gonna go with what Mallory Gates said. The Jersey Devil. What is the Jersey Devil?
That is incorrect. All right, Sifu, you have a chance to steal here.
What is Mothra?
And that's a good guess, but that is not what it is. That is not what it is. All right, guys, this is Smog from the Lord of the Rings.
That's right,
So,
Lake Town.
I even tried to give you Desolation in
Desolation.
the actual.
You know,
See,
as soon as you
now-
said smog, I saw Desolation. I actually have a flavor called the Desolation.
Oh, yeah.
It's a-
Okay,
it's a
yeah.
dragon.
Now I feel real bad about missing that one. For some reason, I was
All
thinking
right.
like current horror movies.
I got you. I try and keep it, you know.
Yeah.
Gotta get
just must.
some of them wrong because when you get it right, then it's so much more sweet.
Ern
All
got
right,
it.
Chris, you get to pick a category and a dollar amount. I wonder where we're going.
Okay, just because like I might as well just wait because I don't think that these guys are gonna be able to answer anything I can't tell. I'm gonna go with mixing it up for 800 and
Oh,
Ooh, mixing it up for 800. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not it. All right, mixing it up for 800. Here we go. These were the 3 guest mixers on the 1-year anniversary show.
Ooh.
Okay, I think that who was Disco Potato, Anthony Ramella, and an advocate for liberty.
That is correct.
Yeah,
Nice job. Nice job.
800.
Very good.
Yeah.
I really thought that was going to trip you guys up. That was excellent job. Excellent job.
Okay, so now I'm gonna go for mixing it up for 400.
Mixing up for 400. I'll try and get this one, picked right this time. Let's see. Mixing it up for 400. He was the guest on the 2020 Halloween episode. So last year's Halloween episode.
Yeah.
Which I was really glad that no one made candy corn this year because.
candy corn.
So Overdrift, you have the first opportunity on this one.
Oh fuck, man! I'm just trying. Who was? Addy Tooney?
Unfortunately, who is Adituni is incorrect. Sifu.
Fuck.
Who is LabWorks?
Unfortunately, who is LabWorks is incorrect. Clown, you have the last opportunity here.
Who is Anthony Ramella?
Who is Anthony Ramella is correct.
Wow,
Motherfucker, dude, I was gonna fucking say that, and I was like, no way.
we brought you on for two Halloween episodes.
2 Halloween episodes. And I've been waiting to say that the whole show, but I was like, I can't because it's part of the game. Then it'll give it away. But that's what I was going back through episodes looking for trivia, and I was like I was on last year's Halloween episode. Like, how is that even possible? And it wasn't on purpose. We didn't plan this. It's just,
No, it wasn't. It was
really
just
funny.
very. You want to
Maybe we
come
should
on?
make it a thing, that could definitely be a thing. So, all right. So, Marvel movies are done, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that all
Okay.
that's left is Canada.
Canada and
And no,
Oh no,
there's
one of
a-
the famous monsters. I
yeah,
think.
famous monsters
Yeah.
for 800.
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing? Famous monsters for 800.
No, I want to do Canada for 400.
Ooh, Canada for 400. This is the largest candy bar made by Cadbury Canada.
Damn, I was hoping it was the other one because I already knew the answer to that one.
Ah.
I'll say I like Addy Tooney Syncerator. You guys should change it to that.
Let's not give that away yet.
I know.
Screw up my game. All right, over here. This is the largest candy bar made by Cadbury Canada.
Okay, so I'm assuming that this is going to be like just a regular, not like a special limited edition where they're like, we made this 20 fucking kilogram candy bar.
No, you can buy this every day.
Okay, so
All right.
what is
Hold
Mr.
on,
Big?
hold on.
What?
It was Clown's
said-
turn, wasn't
No,
it?
he,
I
it's
thought that
fine.
you-
I wasn't
oh.
gonna get it.
Okay. All right, you're good. Then.
I thought that you like you said, all right, overdrip. Like that's
Yeah, you kind of moved on.
you let me
I'm
into
sorry.
it.
I'm sorry. So what was your answer again?
What is Mr. Big?
What is Mr. Big is correct. Yes, nice job. Okie dokie. You have a few to choose from left.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go for Canada 400 because I know the answer, and then maybe I'll have an opportunity to hit the famous monsters.
Okay. This is what Canadians call garbage disposal.
What is a garburator?
What is a garburator is correct.
What's funny is I actually knew that one.
Also, one of my favorite words that I've heard or Overdrive talk about. So it's like, this is a perfect opportunity for me.
Okay,
Alright.
so famous monsters for 800.
Her hair has a mind of its own, and almost everyone she meets gets totally stoned.
Oh, that one's easy.
What is Medusa?
What is Medusa is correct. Nice job.
I can't believe I actually knew that one.
I
That's
don't
like
think
the
we
only
have
other
any
answer
more.
I
Is
got.
that it, or do we have one more?
I
That's
think
it.
that was all.
That's
of
it.
them.
I think Chris won.
Yeah.
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 It might be.
Yeah, we got them all.
Just want to make sure I didn't miss any. Put a lot of time and effort into this.
Do think it's funny that we brought you in for 2 Halloween episodes.
And that has been a fun game of Juice Party. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Chris is definitely the grand champion of that. He was knocking them down. So that's awesome. When Chris visited Ohio, I think it was Ohio, like 2 years ago, he brought a bunch of candy down with him.
What it was.
Yeah, I think it might have been Michigan. Yeah, and he gave me a Mr. Big and something else, and that was a great candy bar. So I was like,
They're phenomenal, bro.
I guess it's like 8 inches long too. I'm like, man, that's a decent sized candy bar for sure.
Yeah, dude, it's legit.
Wait, how many
It's really
centimeters is that?
Times that by 2.5.
Because you said 8 inches. They don't
So
go by
20,
inches.
20.
20.
It's 20 centimeters.
Yeah.
200 millimeters.
So if those of you in chat enjoyed the game, check Man on the Friday Fallout. We do games like that all the time. So and a lot of times I stump the entire chat. So it's not unusual for that to happen.
Unless Chris gets excited and says it all wrong.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's
Oh,
okay. 'Cause
like that might be just like a Chris thing because like I almost fucked one of those up because I was about to say it and I had to like catch myself and be like, "What is?"
Fun. All right. that was a
Okay,
blast.
okay, I'm gonna talk about my liquid real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, so I honestly I don't know how many times I've used the maple candy before, and it's kind of got like it's like really authentic tasting, like but it'd be like maple syrup candy, like not like any creams, anything. Like, do you guys ever? I don't know if this is a thing for you guys, like Anthony, maybe for you because like you're actually from a place that probably still has maple trees. I know that these guys probably don't have many maple trees or maple syrup for that matter because they don't really get the syrup running. with
Oh,
the
we got maple
temperature
syrup down
changes.
here.
Yeah, it must
Yeah,
be
we-
like just not good.
At work, we
In the
sell one
grocery
that's
store.
like $20.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's no okay. No. I'm talking about like you go to a sugar shack. Like
Oh,
I'm
no,
assuming
no.
that Anthony could probably go to a sugar shack somewhere.
Yeah, no.
Because
we-
it's
we don't
still
get
cold.
fresh.
So like if you go to a sugar shack, right, they'll basically be like boiling down all of the maple sap and they turn it into maple syrup, right? But if you go to a sugar shack, most of the time it'll be like everything starts to run in like March when the weather changes and all of like the trees are starting to push a bunch of sap up because they're getting ready to like feed all the buds to actually grow leaves and their flower, like the maple keys and all that shit. So you'll go there, there'll still be snow on the ground, and what they do is they'll take like the boiling fucking syrup, I guess. They let it cool down slightly, and then they'll pour it over snow. And then you pick it up, and it turns into like this real hard crunchy candy, and you'll pick it up and you'll eat it like a maple candy, right? That's what this tastes like to me, like the maple candy part. The blueberry, I think that I could have probably put it up to like a 0.75 because I'm getting like a lot more maple than I initially was hoping for. Now, will it break in the cotton a little bit? Yeah, it probably will. I'm only taking like 5-6 straws, but like it's not bad. It's not bad. Like I also don't know if I necessarily needed the cream milky undertones, but I'm not mad that I put it in there. I just have to let it just chill for a little bit, maybe a couple days, see where it's at. But like at this point right now, it's really not that bad. Like there's definitely a candy element to it, and there's definitely a cream element to it, and there's certainly a maple element. I just might need to boost that blueberry just a little bit.
Well, two things. Number one, Sugar Shack sounds like a great name for a strip club. And number two, I liked Ern's comment. It says, my stepbrother makes some of the best maple syrup I've ever tasted. And it just made me think of, like, what do you know? I'm making maple syrup. Sorry, guys. That's just my sense of humor. That's just how it goes.
No, you're good. I've made maple syrup in the past, and like every time I've done it, it's just bad news for me because I'll end up like just destroying a liter over like 2-3 days, and you're like, wow, I've ate pancakes, waffles, and whatever else I can put, like baked beans and all these things. Fucking got maple syrup. Like, hello diabetes, because I'm fucking coming for you. Like, because it's so good, man. It's so good.
Like when you first
like,
do
it's
it,
crazy how nature can make something so sweet just by boiling it down. Like that's it. All you have to do. But for this is like a fun fact for anybody out there. Did you know that maple syrup, to get like your, I don't know, like let's say your I'm just gonna use like rest of the world measurements, to get your 500 milliliter bottle, okay, it takes 20 times that of actual like tree sap or whatever you want to call it. I can't even, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank, but like maple water sauce, you need like, if you wanted to make half a liter
maple blood.
That's what you should have called your mix.
Of it.
Blueberry
so you have 10
maple
liters
water
and you just boil it down and boil it down and boil it down. So you need like 2.5 gallons to get like a pint, basically. Like 2.5 gallons of like maple sap would become a pint of maple syrup.
Gotcha.
And the darker it is, the longer it was like done. The stronger it'll be.
Darker the maple, the sweeter the syrup.
Yep.
It's nice.
In this specific instance, yes, entirely. That's exactly it.
I drink some of that right before I grab my bow and arrow and start doing drive-bys and stuff.
And I'll just tell you, bro, there's like anything to do with maple syrup, I've tried. Like, okay, I'll tell you guys one thing. Okay, maple, like you can get all these different things, but there's like maple cream fudge. Just have some. If you ever have the opportunity to try a maple cream fudge, do it. Just fucking do it. It is incredible. It's life changing. Like if you like chocolate fudge, and you're like, oh, this what can get better than this chocolate fudge? Try maple. Just do it. My nanny used to make that when I was a kid. I would like at Christmas, you know, you'd have like this big ass goodie tray, and like it would get placed on a table, and you'd like go fill up your plate with like a couple, you know, you'd get like a shortbread, get like whatever. Dude, I would just get like 4 or 5 pieces of like the maple fudge. I would get some shortbreads too, because like my nana made fire shortbreads, but like maple fudge. Ooh. Has anybody ever tried a fudge vape? On the note of fudge,
no,
because I've never seen a concentrate.
No,
I've tried a fudge brownie concentrate, and I was like, this doesn't even. This tastes like It tastes worse than a Galaxy brownie from Little Debbie's. I mean, like, what is this?
That's awesome.
Chocolate oil brownie. Yeah. Whoa.
What you chewing? Chocolate. Where'd you get it? Doggy dropped it.
Oh.
And on that note, let's see who I haven't picked on so far. Chris, what do you have to promote?
Okay, so I'm gonna do like a group promotion. First of all, go follow us on Ular, please. That'd be awesome. Also, like, tell anybody you know that we like to have a good time, and like we're down for a good time. That'd be cool. Also, tell anybody and everybody to come over to the good old KVTV on YouTube and hit the subscribe button. My goal is still there. I still got a couple months. Let's get it happening. So that's that part of what I wanted to promote. I also want to promote myself, Frames Janklin and the Angry Hippie on Friday nights on same YouTube, on Frames Janklin Vapors YouTube channel for the Green Room. We're still in the build-offs. I actually found my gear RTA, so I might just like challenge myself to like do this, and like I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna challenge myself to build it because I didn't have the opportunity to do it last week, and I had like a fucking colossal failure last week trying to build something different. So feel free to come over and check that out. It's the same time as this show, Friday nights, Frame Janklin Vapor YouTube. He actually dropped a video today, so if anybody got a notification, you should go watch that as well. And you should follow him, give him subscribe. That'd be awesome. You can check out me and those same two gentlemen on the Shed Time podcast. We always have just a really good time. We're always really just hanging out, having a conversation. We'll have deep conversations. We'll have just lighthearted ones. We'll have pure jokes. It's kind of an all-encompassing podcast. So we just really enjoy doing. And you can check that out virtually, I guess, anywhere that you can get a podcast. But please go follow us on SoundCloud. That'd be awesome. Plus, you'll have an opportunity to win a fucking shit ton of stuff. So go do that. And then lastly, I will just do a pure self-promotion. If you guys want to get stuff like this right here, or something like, I'm just knocking stuff over, like this right here, or one of the other flavors that I have, feel free to do that. It's UncleChrisTestingGrounds.com, and use the code Mixing It Up, save you a little bit of cash. And yeah, that's everything for me. Everybody be safe, have a good week. Sifu, take it away.
I'm gonna just whatever Overdrip said times two. Just the most fun that you can have is especially with mixing, is getting the notifications, seeing what people are making, checking it out, and it's always fun to go, fuck, I can't make that, and then you go research, and then you get to buy stuff, and it's a fun rabbit hole to be in, and it's a productive rabbit hole to be in.
Yeah, you can not only like make something for yourself, but you can provide yourself with some retail therapy.
Yes,
by getting new flavors.
Yep. So it's always fun to see what people. I just love seeing what people come up with. It's a lot of fun, and it's like, oh, what did Mandalorian make today? Oh, a booze? Oh, who'd have thought it? So it's super fun, and just if you want my liquids, you know where to find me. I'm in full swing of everything, and just rocking and rolling. So I got a normal schedule now. I don't have to go into the woods or deal with a snake in my camper, or drive to Middle, or all over the place. So very excited about that. I've been getting home at like 10 after 5 now, so, and it's been great. So just if you need it, I can do it. There's no more delays on any of that stuff. So just thank you for coming. Thank you, Anthony, for coming. It was a super fun show. Thank you for the game. It was awesome. And love you all. See y'all next week. How about promote yourself, Anthony Ramella?
I'm not very good at promotion, so I don't know what I can talk about. But no, You can see me on Instagram at I'm_Anthony Ramella. Like I said a few times, come check us out on the Friday Fallout. If kids are in bed and you want to have some fun, some adult fun, it's always a good time. Comes on pretty close to right after the green room is over. So they're kind of like the precursor. They're the more adult show, and we're the more show that's only for adults. That's kind of how it goes on Friday nights. But I've been having a great time doing that. I just celebrated my year anniversary on the show, which is really cool. And when you find that, and Chris could probably say this, and so can Clown, when you find the right group of guys that get together, it just flows really well. And I have to say, if you guys aren't listening to the Shed Time podcast, you really should. And even if you want to skip to like the middle, you can do that, because it gets funnier and funnier as they get more shedded out to the end. It's hilarious how the conversation kind of goes all over the place. So it is a really good time. Actually, on my drive up here to Wisconsin, I listened to like 3 episodes, and it made the trip like really quick. So really enjoyed that. Do want to thank chat for coming in. Like, a lot of these shows, it wouldn't be a show without the chat, and you guys, it's been nonstop over here, so which is fantastic. I like seeing people be part of it, and telling us what they're mixing on, and kind of conversating with each other. So that's really fantastic. And last but certainly not least, Rogue Apothecary. This is the new company that I'm working with. I have kind of terminated my partnership with Exotic Leaf, so what I'm going to be doing now is strictly with Rogue Apothecary. These folks are excellent. You can check out their website at therogueshop.com. So that's therogueshop.com. If you need something, by all means, check them out. I mean, the guy's a veteran. Everything's made by the products that they grow. So I really appreciate the work that they do, and I hope you guys will at least run over to the website and check them out. So thank you guys so much for having me on. I like doing this. Once a year is fine. Every Halloween works for me. But you guys have always been a big supporter of the work that I do, and I really, really appreciate that. So that is going to be it for me. So Clown, take us home, buddy.
Alrighty. Yeah, thank you everybody for hanging out. We've had a blast. Thank you, Anthony, for coming on for another Halloween, I guess. Which I'm still, that was so unintentional. It's kind of, I'm a little baffled that we did that twice in a row. Oh man. Even trying to answer that question, I was like, we haven't had that many guests, so it narrows it down quite heavily.
Well, that's why I was thinking that it was him, but then I was like, fuck, man, that'd be too obvious. And was he really the one on Halloween last year?
Yeah. But, either way, it's a blast. Thank you for getting that little game together for us, because that was actually fun. I enjoyed that quite a bit. Beyond that, as always, if you guys are interested in juice or coils I make, hit me up on anything. Hit up these gentlemen for all their fine products and services, because seriously, they do all amazing work. Then, what was I going to say? If you guys are mixing, you have any questions, be more than happy to help any of you out, and I'm sure any of these fine gentlemen here would also help you out. I mean, we all have different styles, different ways of doing things, and that's kind of the fun I enjoy about this, is that we all kind of come together and we just talk mixing for an hour every Tuesday. And I know I've said this before, but within the last year and a half, I really think I've grown as a mixer in an exponential way that I couldn't have done any other way. Just because I know me and Chris, I think we've discussed this before, but we had gotten to a point where we're kind of more or less set in our ways, and we weren't growing anymore. At least I felt that space to grow wasn't happening anymore, and I was just stuck. And this has really pushed me beyond my comfort, beyond my limits, and I hope to keep growing within the future. So, yeah. Alrighty, so we'll catch you guys next week on another episode. Hopefully we'll come up with a theme or something. We'll see. I don't even know. And it'll be November by that point. But yeah. Alrighty, catch you guys next week. As always, vape on, mix on. Bye.